I met New Zealanders when I was in New Zealand, and from all of the way over here, you may be, if you followed mainstream media in New Zealand, you may be persuaded to think that New Zealand is full of stupid people that can be easily fooled and duped by the government. I think your government and all the people they keep pushing forward as heroes take the New Zealand population for fools, and I think they're going to have a rude awakening. You know, that's what this report that says about online hate and transphobia, what that simply is people just saying, do you know what, I don't want a penis in a changing room with my daughter. And that's what the opposition is fighting. That's what they're all fighting for. They're fighting to get grown men in spaces with women and girls. Like, thank you so very much to the weedy, coward, horrible activists that whipped up this storm and basically put New Zealand and this debate on the map, front and center.
And the people who run the gender clinics, I do not think are motivated by good motives at all. I think these are horrible people who are paid to ruin people's lives. We're seeing a lot of young people, mostly in their 20s, having gone through all of this. And now they want to go back, but they're not reversible. So these young people often have to go through sort of psychological torture to realize what they have put themselves through, sometimes with the permission of their parents, and often being encouraged by their therapists. And we have a lot of young women these days with a lot of artificially lowered voices because they can't get their voices back once they've been on testosterone. A lot of women have had double mastectomies and will never have their natural breasts back. And people sort of brush that off and say, well, they can just get synthetic ones. And it's like, how are we here? How on earth are we here? And there are plenty of boys and young men who are going through this as well. I mean, there are young men who have had their testicles and penises removed. And, to go through regret for having done something like that, I don't know. I'm not a guy, but I just so feel for these young people. So the medical supply industry stands to gain a lot of money and earn a lot of profit by conducting cosmetic surgeries on confused children and young people. We can't omit pharma. Pharma, of course, makes a ton of profit from putting a generation's worth of children and young people on a lifetime's worth of hormones.
Oh, that is terrifying, but also completely makes sense.
It is just not the case, which we have been told, that transgender is a coherent category of people who are just fighting for their civil rights. It's just not true. It is a very top-heavy, very heavily funded, top-down movement to abolish sex throughout society, and people have bought it. I don't know why people have bought it.